Here's Trey.
All right, let's go over our core values. I am destined. I am effective. I am strong. I am teachable. I am intelligent. I am noble. I am yours, Lord.
All right. So we need to start with me making a post on Instagram, 15 seconds on the dot. Let's go. Hey, Switch, it's Leslie. Oh, one more time. And you can ask us nope. Hi, Switch, what's up? It's Leslie. Why is my forehead so big? I hope that was it. There's an ancient saying that you have 3 faces. The first one you broadcast to the world. The second one you show to those closest to you. And the last one you don't show to anyone. I wish I could take credit for that. It's really deep, it's really fun, but actually I didn't even research it.
Ancient saying that you have 3 faces. The first one you broadcast to the world. The second you show to those closest to you. And the last one you never show to anyone.
Technically, that's not a copyright infringement, right? Like if you quote a person quoting a quote that's ancient, Hey Switch, it's Leslie, and today that's exactly what we're talking about. Your third face or your inner world. It's the thoughts and ideas that are shaping where your world is going, whether you like it or not. So I was talking to this friend about this idea of your inner world. It's like this idea that there's more happening in your brain than you're always showing to the outside of the world. And he came up with this phrase for it. He called it the 16th second, right? Kind of based off of Instagram. You know how you post a 15-second story, and then the moment it stops recording, you jump back to your actual real self, all of those self-doubt thoughts or the times when you watch that same video 100 times. We're talking about that inner world. It's in the 16th second that we're confronted with our truest, realest self, our third face, right? And these 16-second moments, they don't just happen on social media. It's a metaphor for our real life, right? A 16-second moment can look like you're leaving a football game, you were just having a great time, and now you're on your way to your car, and you're in your own head having all of these thoughts. Or another 16-second moment could be you just got off the phone with your friends and you hang up and instantly you're kind of in a different mind state. Or perhaps it's right before you go to bed. You finally shut down your phone and your computer and you're laying there and you're kind of in your own head. Or maybe a 16-second moment for you is you had to be the best version of yourself because you were talking to your parent or your teacher or someone who's respect you on it. And as soon as that conversation is over, you're in a whole nother mental space. These are all 16-second moments. It's in that internal dialogue that you think about who you are, but also how you will relate to other people, right? And those 16-second moments, that inner world that's happening, that's where we have some of our strongest thoughts. I want to be really clear. Our strongest thoughts aren't always necessarily the thoughts we have the most often or even the loudest thoughts. Sometimes they're just the thoughts that kind of knock your whole day off track or change the trajectory of everything. It can be a tiny blip, but it can still be considered one of your strongest thoughts. So what are your realest thoughts? What are your biggest fears or your deepest desires? Because here's what we know. Your life is moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts.
Your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. I'm gonna say that again, I'm gonna let it sink in. Your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. I love the Old Testament, Proverbs 23:7, for as a person thinks, as he thinks in his heart, so he is. As you think, so you become. If you think you can't, you probably won't. If you believe through Christ that you can, you can. If you're always looking at the problems, dwelling on the problems, your problems will overwhelm you. If instead you're looking for solutions, looking for the work of God, you will find solutions and see God working. For almost all of us in almost every situation, most of life's battles are won or lost in the mind. They're won or lost in the mind. The mind is a battlefield, a battle between God's truth about you and Satan's lies to you. A war between God's truth and between our enemies' deception. Let's talk about a contrast between worldliness and an eternal mind. Worldliness and eternal mind. Would you say you're more worldly, thinking about the things of this world, what benefits me, what I get, what I have, what I want? Or are you more eternal minded, thinking about what benefits the kingdom of God, how I can be a blessing to others, how I can use my life to bring glory to my heavenly King? Think about what you think about, because your life is moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. In other words, what comes into your mind comes out in your life. Your life will always move in the direction of your strongest thoughts. Question: are you excited about where your thoughts are taking you? Think about it. Think about what you think about.
All right, so this whole 16-second thing got me really curious. I wanted to know if there was brain science behind it. You know me, I love drawing a brain. I love some good neuroscience, but I'm gonna refrain. I'm not gonna draw, actually, I am gonna draw a brain, hold on. Can you tell what it is? Are you proud of me? Okay, so I was super curious about this arbitrary number of 16 and if there was maybe some kind of neuroscience. So I started on this rabbit trail of research online and I actually find something, right? So in tennis, sports, here we go. Here we go. Don't want to say the wrong thing. Just gonna read this actually. So basically in tennis, there's this thing called the 16-second cure, the 16-second cure. It's this idea of mental toughness that when you lose a point, is it called a point? I'm so nervous. When you lose a point in a match, then you have to reset before you walk back up to, I want to say the word volley, but that doesn't seem right. Serve! Basically, in the time between you messing up and then getting back in the game, you need to take about 16 seconds to like regroup your brain. I'm gonna read it to you so I don't mess this all the way up. Okay, so the 16-second cure. It's by this guy named Dr. Jim Lair. And so it says this: it's a good method for regaining control of your anxiety and emotions between points. It will help you to structure your time during points or games and to be better prepared for the next point. You can modify it to fit your personal needs, personality, and ability. Okay, so that was cool. That's like, okay, that's one good tie-in to reset your brain. There's this whole idea in tennis. But that's like not satisfied, so I kept searching, found some real weird stuff on the 16-second, just like, hang on, I'm gonna read you some of these YouTube searches. Music to help you fall asleep in 16 seconds. Eminem rap god spits 100 words in 16 seconds. Mark Stone scores 16 seconds into game 3. Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump in 16 seconds. What is this? Look at all these random things that come up when you search 16 seconds. So anyway, I was searching all over the internet, ridiculous things, but I did find something that is kind of scientific. Basically, it's this idea that you can do this breathing meditation to regain control of your emotions, right? Breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, you breathe out for 4 seconds, and then you leave it out for 4, what do you call that? Stop breathing? Sit there? I don't know. Anyway, 16 seconds later, it's called a pattern interrupt. That means your brain was kind of on a cycle, but when you do this breathing exercise, you kind of interrupt the pattern of where it was headed, and you kind of reset or renew, wink, wink, your brain. Guys, what I'm saying is that this isn't new to Christianity at all. We completely believe in this idea of retraining and refocusing your brain.
Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the pattern of this world. I could say it this way: don't conform to their pathways. Don't think like the world thinks. Don't live like the world lives, but instead be transformed, be changed. How are we transformed? Somebody help me out. By the renewing of your mind. Science would say you're rewiring your brain. God's word would say you're renewing your mind. My assignment for you is this: identify the one stronghold that's holding you back. For example, if I've got nothing but a negative path, I have to stop and say, wait, that thought is not helpful, not productive, and not from God. Therefore, I'm capturing that thought and I'm choosing a different thought. I'm choosing to walk this way toward a different thought. I am creating a new pathway. What we have to do is we have to capture that thought and say, that's not a healthy, God-honoring pathway. And then we change our thinking. It might be, well, I stop and I count to 10, or in your case, count to 500, whatever you need. And you pray a prayer, and suddenly the God truth becomes the default instead of the lie becoming the default. I'm choosing a different path. I believe my God is with me. I believe my God is for me. I believe that he's blessing me. I believe his spirit dwells within me. I believe that he hears my prayers. I believe that he'll never leave me. He'll never forsake me. And you're creating new pathways. How do we change our lives? We change our thinking away from the lies of the enemy, and we reprogram them with the truth of God.
So I'm thinking about your generation, and I'm thinking, I get the chance to speak to all of these teenagers. How can I give them some kind of tool that helps them retrain or renew their mind in 16 seconds? And the easy place to go is here's a list of 16 things you should stop doing, or, here's 16 really negative thoughts that I hope you stop having. It's easy to go to that negative place, but I wanted to take a second to affirm 16 pretty simple but kind of important things that you're doing well. So just sit back, you don't have to take notes, just be encouraged. 1, you're eating. Your body is growing. You need healthy eating habits. 2, you're sleeping. Your body needs rest. You're growing and your brain needs to be rejuvenated. 3, you're detoxing. I see you taking a break from social media. I see you posting, I'm out of here, hit me up in 2 weeks. Keep doing that. That's an incredible thing. All right, number 4, 5, and 6, you are showing up, you're calling things out, and you're empathizing. What I'm saying is that as a generation, you guys are becoming increasingly sensitive to understanding that people need you to advocate for them. So when you see something wrong, you speak up. I celebrate that in you. That's incredible. You're deleting the things that you said when you were younger and maybe less mature, and you're replacing that with truth and life-giving, not just on social media, but even in your relationships. You're going back and making the wrong things right, because when you know better, you do better. 8, you're thinking for yourself. 9, you're celebrating each other instead of tearing each other down. I'm seeing that more and more on social media, so keep doing that. 10, you're goal setting. 11, you're finding solitude like Jesus. You take a moment away from the crowd. 12, but you're also going deep in your switch groups and in your relationships with other people. You're not afraid to be vulnerable. 13, you're taking healthy risks, like starting movements. 14, you're actually saying, I love you. 15, you're making dope stuff, literally influencing culture with the way that you use technology and the way that you create new things. It's incredible and really inspiring to watch. Keep making things. And 16, you are challenging the status quo. You're not just going with the flow of everything happening around you, but you're actually pushing back, thinking for yourself, doing cool things. Keep doing all of that. So I want to equip you with 2 tools, 2 16-second tools to just help retrain your brain in those moments. So the first thing is a 16-second prayer. It talks about your head, your heart, your hands, and your home. So the prayer is really simple. We pray, God, keep my thoughts pure. And God, keep my heart real, the true and authentic things. Keep those at the forefront of my heart. And keep my hands doing only what matters. And lastly, would you give wisdom to my parents and guardians and keep me looking towards the future? The second one is just a scripture. And it takes about 8 seconds to say, and so I just repeat it twice. But it says, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Who we're gonna be as a generation starts with how we think, and your life is moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. And you're probably thinking, so what? What does it matter if I learn to renew or retrain my brain? Well, the truth is, the way we are in our inner world affects how we show up to relationships with everyone else. And so I wanna leave you with this final clip from someone from your generation. Switch, thanks for hanging out. Have a good week.
I stand before you tonight as the 2019 valedictorian. This time last year, I found out that I was in the running for this title. It was then that I decided I wanted it. So, I worked hard for it. And at our senior awards ceremony, it felt so good when I heard my name announced with this title. For about 15 seconds. 15 seconds of my heart racing and my adrenaline pumping. 15 seconds of, yeah, I won! 15 seconds of being at the top of the pile of all my accomplishments, and it felt euphoric. But there must come a 16th second. And on that 16th second, sat down in my seat, I looked at my silver stole that says valedictorian, and I thought, that's it? I don't even know what I was expecting. a parade of balloons to drop. Or maybe I was hoping that all of my problems would fade away in comparison to this amazing achievement. But none of that happened, not even in my heart. I felt nothing. I was shocked. Working hard is good. It is, in fact, biblical. But it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake at the expense of relationship with others. And looking back on this year, I realized that the stress of this year for this goal in a 5-minute speech was paid for with the lack of attending to relationships in my life. I would like you to take a moment to fill in a different thing that you strive for and you focused on. Something that you thought was the end-all be-all. Perhaps it was sports, perhaps it was fine arts, academics, getting into a particular school, an unhealthy social life, social media, or video games. We are about to launch into life, and we haven't messed anything up yet. Now think, instead of academics taking your focus off your important relationships, it was your career you chose over your spouse. Instead of sports, it's money that you pursue at the detriment of your children. Instead of just the Instagram-worthy picture, it's striving to be famous at the expense of time with your friends because now you're too self-involved. And here's the lesson. Have no regrets in the 16th second. Nothing is more important than your healthy relationships. Nothing. Relationships are where we get to influence, impact, and change people's lives. Your life cannot be meaningful without them. And we are put on this earth by our Creator, and we all have a purpose: to advance God's kingdom that all may be saved. Now, how we all go about that, that's what's different. It's different in what college we choose, who we marry, and what career we choose. It's different in the triumphs and tragedies that come upon us. But in all those things, new relationships are being formed. As you live your life on this earth, there is no greater good than you can do for a person than to love them so much that you point them to Jesus Christ. But first, He should be your first relationship that you cannot neglect. And tonight, I am imploring you, if you have not begun that personal relationship with Jesus Christ, just do it. There is no better way to start something new and close a chapter of your life than with Him. If He is your Lord and Savior, then make sure you care for that relationship above all others. And after that, prioritize what is important in your life and never, never lose focus of your important relationships. So be generous with your time and money, and a lot of relational issues will be resolved. And by the way, it's not too late to mend fractured relationships. Any friends you haven't spoken to in a while because of your pride, parents whom you disrespected, and teachers who you never thanked. Just do it. Humble yourself. Start a conversation. Have no regrets in the 16th second.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me. Never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful. You love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing. I will trust you with my heart. I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me. Never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful. You love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing. I will my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me. I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me. I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful. You love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. Yeah. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing. I will trust you with my heart. Oh, oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, oh, I will trust you with my heart.
Hello, I'd like a 12-hack meal of the lemonade, please. No. A 12-hack meal of the lemonade. No. He wants a 12-hack of the lemonade, and I would like a Southwest salad with a grilled chicken and a lot of water, please. A lot of water. Yeah. I can never understand what they're saying. Me neither. I don't get it.
Hello, how's it going? Ciao. Konnichiwa. Welcome to a brand new So-and-So show. I'm Steven. And I'm Lawson, and we are talking about one of the most powerful things in the world today.
Ooh, Niagara Falls?
No.
Your Aunt Margaret's perfume?
Also no.
My bicep?
Definitely no.
Come on.
I'm talking about our words.
Ah, yes, our words. They are powerful things that we have to control at all times.
Correct, my friend. So I thought maybe we should play a game. A game of words that's been played on this show before.
You don't mean...
The secret word.
The game when you say the secret word, you get body slammed by a wrestler? Power! Or you get baked beans poured on your head? Or slime? Lots of slime. Why would we play that game?
I've been assured that nothing will be dumped on our heads and no one will body slam us.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
But just in case, it's probably best if we don't say the secret word. Inside this sealed envelope is the secret word.
Is that gonna happen every time?
Maybe.
Oh.
So, neither one of us knows what the word is, but it's an ordinary word that we use every day.
And when we say the word, we get the consequences.
Hey, that's my sound effect.
We can share.
Fine. Now, it's time to show the world what the word is. You will know the word, and we will not. Everyone got it? Perfect. We'll just continue on with the rest of the show. And if we say the secret word, we get the consequences. Let's do this, Steven. Did you know that according to the internet, there are currently 171,476 English words in use?
Really? No, I did not.
And did you also know that there's over 260,000 Italian words?
Mamma mia!
Did you also know that there are over 1,100,376 Korean words?
Wow, that is crazy.
And to me, you know what's even crazier? There's only 93,000 Spanish words.
I knew I should have taken Spanish in high school.
What'd you take?
French.
Ooh, 130,000.
Wow. What'd you take?
Swedish, 600,000.
Swedish?
Yeah, I wanted to know what the chef from the Muppets was saying.
Okay. Oh no.
like rotting fish and moldy tangerines, but with a hint of rose sprinkled in.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I guess we know what the secret word is.
Oh, really? We do? What is it?
It's no. You're not gonna give me like that.
Right, I know. You're too smart for something that simple.
That's very true.
By the way, do you want a Twizzler?
Okay. Nice try. Yes, I do. That was a close one. Almost got brought down by Twizzler.
I'll get you before the show's over.
Not likely. I am in complete control of my words. Words.
Uh-huh. It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, you know, just getting shot in the face with stink spray by an enormous skunk.
That sounds nice.
We were playing the secret word game.
Oh, gotcha. What's the word?
Okay. Oh, man. No.
Sorry.
Well, what are we talking about today, Kellen?
Choosing your words carefully.
Great. Take it away.
So today's Bible story is actually a verse that was written in the letter by Paul to the Jesus followers in the city of Ephesus. You can read the letter yourself in a book called Ephesians. And like I said, this verse is all about words. Paul wrote, "Don't let any evil talk come out of your mouths. Say only what will help to build others up and meet their needs. Then what you say will help those who listen." It's really crazy to think about that being written 2,000 years ago, and it's still something we need to hear today. Sometimes we use words that are hurtful, and we lash out in anger and hurt people's feelings. But Paul wrote that we should use words that build others up and meet their needs, words that are helpful. We all have the same words to choose from. It's up to us to decide which ones we're going to use. We can decide if we're going to tease or to praise someone. Do your words harm or do they calm in a situation? Is what you're saying rude or are you trying to be courteous? Are your words out for revenge or are they offering forgiveness? It's really your choice. You can allow your words to get out of control and be hurtful, or you can use your words wisely and be helpful. Is it always going to be easy? No way. But can we do it with God's help? No doubt.
That is great, Kellen. Thank you for using your words to teach us that lesson.
Yeah, Kellen, you're the best.
Thanks. And you guys are A-O-J.
I think you mean A-OK, Kellen. Oh, no! No. I'm sorry. Oh, it smells so bad. Oh, no, it's wet, too. Oh, no.
Thanks, Kellen.
No problem.
I'll see you next time.
I wouldn't miss it. Bye.
What are you doing?
Trying to think of what words to say next.
Here, I'll help you. Reveal the question! Why do your words matter?
Well, as someone who has to constantly monitor what comes out of his mouth, I can tell you that when you don't control your words, people get angry, feelings get hurt, and you're never allowed to go to that Applebee's ever again!
And on the flip side, words can encourage people and make them feel better.
To paraphrase Spider-Man's uncle, words are powerful, and with that power comes great responsibility.
Wow, that's really good, Lawson. That's like a rule for life.
Ooh.
Use your words wisely.
And whatever you do, don't say the secret word. Because it really stings.
You really stink.
Hey, your words hurt me.
Sorry, man. We both stink.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was the So-and-So Show!
Bye, everybody! We'll see you next time.
It really smells bad.
I
The
know.
smell lingers.
Most people poop their pants. Let's see them hoot their hands. Real men from paper planes. Real men what? Real men from paper planes. Never mess with minty mouthwash. Bless you. The moon creaks in your window. The moon creaks in your window? Yes! Paddle, possums, paddle. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's it! How'd you get that?
The month of February is designated as Black History Month. In the United States, it is a time to honor the important role African Americans play in the story of our country. The idea began as a week-long celebration in 1926, organized by historian Carter G. Woodson and others. It coincides with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass, a brilliant orator who escaped slavery and spent the rest of his life working to stop it, and President Abraham Lincoln, who issued the Emancipation Proclamation during the Civil War, which led to the eventual end of slavery in the U.S. Others who fought to end slavery include famous women like Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman. Woodson's idea caught on, and soon schools and communities around the country began organizing celebrations, starting history clubs, and hosting events to learn more about Black history and culture. The Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s sparked even greater interest in the many accomplishments of notable African Americans, who excelled in all areas of life despite obstacles and hardships. Like scientist George Washington Carver, educator Mary McLeod Bethune, baseball great Jackie Robinson, entertainer Oprah Winfrey, and President Barack Obama. Black history is American history. Black History Month is a special time to focus on and learn more about Black culture and people of African descent who have made American life richer. How is Black History Month celebrated in your school or community?